Cancelo is finally looking to leave Manchester City, as reportedly 2 clubs are willing to pay £21 million for João Cancelo. Now, that's not a lot of money. We're not getting a lot of money for João Cancelo. You need to be honest in that. Now, the clubs are Al Ahly and this club. Not gonna try to pronounce that. But pretty much, yeah, they want to pay 21 million for Cancelo. The question is, what wages do they offer? Because I have read through this article, it doesn't say anything about the fucking wages. João Cancelo would have left Manchester City already to Barcelona or to another club if he was getting the wages he wanted. The reason he doesn't just leave is because he is not getting the wages he wants that he gets at Manchester City. And people misunderstand this so much. It's like, oh, why won't he want to play football? Why won't he want to play more football? Do you realize how many footballers fall out of love with the game by the time they are 22, 23 years old? Once you go professional, it is a business. There are a lot of footballers who still love the sport. A lot of professional footballers who still love the sport. But I will tell you, 30%, that is probably a conservative estimate, of footballers does not love football. Either they never loved it but they had talent for it, so they decided to go pro and become rich. Or they used to love it, but going pro has made them lose their love for the sport. Whichever it is, about 30% of footballers, I would estimate, does not actually love football. So with that considered, would João Cancelo like to play more time? Or would he like to get more wages, be richer, and retire with money for himself, his children, and his grandchildren? I think the answer is a bit obvious here. João Cancelo has done his share bit of football. Either he has fallen out of love with the game, never loved the game to begin with, which I doubt, or he still loves to play football, but he is simply saying, you know what, maybe I'll go on loan again and I'll continue getting monster wages from Manchester City anyways. Because that's about the only way we get rid of him and not take up our squad space. Because taking up squad space is not good for our team. So Cancelo, I mean, if Al Ahly comes in and says, we'll give you the exact same you get paid at Manchester City, he is gone. He is gone. But unless he gets that amount of money, or even more, he is staying. So, with that said, let's go over to the other transfer. And if you didn't notice, I am using this website right now. It is not a reliable website for transfer news. This news about João Cancelo, that is possible. Yeah, that is entirely possible. This is blatant bullshit. It's talking about Julian Alvarez, by the way. Julian Alvarez. So, there was this reporter who said Julian Alvarez rejected a new 4-year deal until 2028, I believe, for Manchester City because he wants to leave. But that's not true. He rejected a 4-year deal because he did not agree with the terms stipulated in the contract. He has already signed a new 4-year deal contract. He declined the first contract that was presented to him because he did not like the terms. He and his agent argued that it should be like different terms. We don't know the exact expansion, but what we do know is he got a new contract presented to him. He said, okay, this is better, and he signed it. He has signed this 4-year extension for Manchester City. So, okay, until 2029 then. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's from this guy, by the way. This guy never gets anything right about Manchester City, Jesus Christ. But yeah. Alvarez wants to leave Man City after rejecting contract offer. It's a nice story. It's just only half the truth. And this is something I want to get to. Lying by omission. You can tell the truth, say nothing that is untrue and still lie. That is because if you ignore important details intentionally, that is called lying by omission. And that is what so many of these people do. And then they are like, well, we aren't liars. We aren't liars. We said the truth. It was just that we didn't say the entire truth. So you lie by omission. That Julian Alvarez news article, absolutely untrue. João Cancelo, I doubt it. If we are getting him out of the club, it's either because his contract ran out, we terminated his contract, or some other club bought him, and it's probably a Saudi club if any club is buying him. With that said, thank you guys for sticking along to the end of the video. If you are new here to the channel, consider liking and subscribing. Tell me your opinions about the 2 news articles I talked about today. This is not a good source. Do not get your news from here. I just wanted to do this video to show you how terrible this website is of a source. In fact, I'll show it again. What is this website called? Sports Mall. Never use this website. It is terrible, has bad news, is just rushing to get news, doesn't check if it is true or not. They are a bad source. Do not use them. And tell me down below what you think about these 2 articles. Again, I think they are utter bollocks. But Cancelo going to Saudi? I mean, maybe 10% likely. That is quite a decent chance for Cancelo to leave. I'm getting desperate for him to leave, let's be honest. But yeah, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for sticking along to the end. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.